Speak to women like a man. You see, if you're in a relationship, this video is for you, because I've been in the shoes you've been in, and I prefer this approach rather than what's most of the crap that's been spilled out there. Why? The outcome has been quite simple. Better relationship, less conflict, and a much quicker way to get to conflict resolutions. Now, if you're a guy and you want to understand how to get your woman to understand you as quickly as possible so that you don't have to deal with the 48 to 72 hour waiting period before things calm down, this video is for you. So let's dive into how I can support you. So my name is Dole, and I'm a dating coach, relationship coach that help people find better relationships, build healthy relationships, and not just that, but go from doubt to confidence to insecurity to unbreakable confidence in the space of 12 weeks through my coaching program. Okay, so let's be real. Most guys fall into one or two categories. They either talk too much and is insensitive and just simply almost blasphemous, or is the complete opposite. They say yes to everything. I'm sure that by the time you clicked into this video, you definitely fall into one of them. And I'm here to help you because I was both. You see, let me describe the blunt and insensitive guy. He thinks that he's being honest. He's saying it how it is. He's being real, he's authentic. But some way, somehow, by the time he says something, he's either offended someone, it just sounds condescending, or it simply did not come across how you intended it to be. You see, a lot of us confuse being dismissive as us being direct. And I'm here to tell you that the difference lies in how you say things. You see, I used to think that my approach was genuine. I was blunt. I said it how it is. I went from saying not a word to being this guy that was able to speak his mind. So I thought to myself, yeah, do you know what? You're going to respect the fact that I'm being real. But guess what? That's the difference between a dictator and a leader. A dictator is dismissive. A dictator is very direct. A leader knows how to get his team to be encouraged to take action. And that was the trigger that made me want to switch. Now let's talk about the nice guy that tiptoes. You're scared to speak your mind because you're walking on eggshells. You don't want to break the peace, right? You're scared to say the wrong thing. She walks if you talk rubbish. You don't want to lose her. So you'd rather just agree or keep quiet or keep the peace and say, it's okay. I'm not going to complain. Happy wife, happy life is probably your agenda. And I'm here to tell you that doesn't just drain you, but it keeps you at a bay where you simply not going to come out of it until you allow yourself to come out by speaking up. And that is by being able to have difficult conversation and being genuine about how to go there. Okay, so guess what these two people have in common? They're both failing at communicating in a way that allows them to feel free in the relationship. They're both failing to communicate in a way that allows them to feel like they're being authentic in the relationship. They're both failing to communicate in a way that allows them to feel like they're succeeding and feeling at peace in that relationship. And no, it's not your ex, it's not your current situation, but it's you that needs to change. I kind of tiptoed and said it briefly, but the truth of the matter is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And once you come to conclusion with that understanding, everything changes. You see, I came to understand something very powerful. I had to dive into understanding that there's much more power in me taking charge of my situation by giving myself the opportunity to change it. And that means taking blame. Because if I'm responsible for it, then I'm also the person that can change it. So that's step number one. You need to admit that you are in charge of changing the narrative. If you're not, then please click off this video, because unless your partner watches the video and they make the change, someone has to make the change. And it may not be your fault, I get that. But you want to make this shift so that you become the person that can change the narrative. I've got a child now, love it. YouTuber with a child. And no nanny. This is why I need you guys to subscribe so that I can do this for you guys full time. You see what I mean? Now I gotta do this because I don't have enough to get an earning. What do I do? Huh? Tell them to subscribe, man. So, where was I? You see, I had to understand a few things, which I'm going to break down to you. Number one, the power of tonality. You see, your voice is an instrument. It's not just a communicator or a thing that you utilize to speak. It's actually an instrument. And the moment you understand how to communicate in a way that allows you to enhance what you're saying with confidence, or speak with clarity, or speak in a way that impacts or asserts your confidence, you're going to struggle to understand what exactly is going to change this. Let me give you some tips. Tip number one, you want to slow it down. What I mean by that is, let me give you a practical example. I'm posting a YouTube video today, and I'm so excited about it. See, I sound almost weird, like I'm rushing through it, right? Check this out. See your voice as an instrument. You got fast-paced, low-paced results. You got high tone and low tone results, okay? The more you practice, the more you can understand what voice to use at a specific time, okay? So let's start off with the very basics. You're at a date. You want to get to know someone. And I think I've mentioned this before. Never ever speed yourself up. Don't. Reason why is because when you speed yourself up, you lose power in whatever it is you're trying to say. It just sounds like you don't value your time. So don't speed it up. Create your own space. Create your own pace. If that means being slow, then be slow. But make sure you're not being... you're controlling your anxiety by saying, I'm going to slow it down, because anxiety, you don't control me. All right? And that's more for the nice guy. The guy that's struggling to sort of speak up or is walking on eggshells. All right? If you're now the opposite, which is the guy that talks too much, in that same approach, the reason why you want to slow things down is because it allows the person to know that you've digested what they've said. So if you're someone that's struggling to speak in a way that allows the person to feel like you're getting through to them, pause. So the person's talking at you. For example, I don't understand why you do this to me. What do you mean you don't understand why I'm doing this to you? I don't understand why you're doing this to me. Okay, so you don't understand why I'm doing this to you. You slowing it down creates the atmosphere that shows her that you're listening, or you've absorbed what they've said. And because you've absorbed it, they feel like you are listening to them. You see, the game is in making sure that whoever you're speaking to feels like you are speaking to them. You're having a conversation. What they're saying is being received. And communication is not just about you talking. It's about making sure that the person feels like they've been spoken to or they've been heard. Cut out rambling. Be clear with what you want. Oh, I'm not sure about where I want to take you. I don't know what you want me to do, blah, 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 blah. No, be assertive. But be assertive in a way that shows the person that you're also being calm. Number 3, control without repression. You see, women have this instinct that prompts them to test you. To test if you're strong, test if you can stand your ground, to test if you're really the man you say you are. So if you snap or get defensive, you fail the test. The best way for you to handle the situation is by you giving yourself enough time to deal with that conversation. Like I said, goes back to number 1, control the pace of the conversation. So if the person's talking at you, why she's going at you, she's like, and you pause, just like I just done now. You nod. Okay. So just so I get this straight, what you're saying is, and then you pick up the last sentence of what they said, and then they confirm, yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay. What makes you say that? Or can you see how it's like you're creating this environment where you're basically controlling the situation, despite how heavy it is. Like, it could be a brick ton coming at you, a fast train, but because you slow it down, that train becomes this balloon that's just like, the pressure just vanishes. And that's what happens when you learn how to slow things down. You want to learn how to make sure you don't fail the test, slow things down. Number one, when you're anxious, you're breathing heavily or you're breathing fast. When you're angry, you're also breathing fast. So in other words, when your emotion at all times high, you're very likely to breathe fast, to say things very quickly, to react with adrenaline. So when you slow things down, you regain control. Even like a deep breath, right? It gives you just about enough time. I always say to my clients, give yourself 10 seconds to respond. But you see, when you give yourself time to react and time to respond, when you now respond or you're creating a conversation, that conversation is no longer the same because you thought about the outcome. If I now say this isn't going to be in my benefit. If I now say this isn't going to work out or get me to the destination I want, which is unraveling this conversation. Which takes me to the bonus point. Stop trying to win arguments. When you win an argument, the other person loses. What you want to do instead is have a conversation where you're unraveling how to create a connection from A to B. Your wife is at A, you're at B. You need to get to there and back. So there needs to be a mutual understanding. There needs to be a river created or a dot, a rope needs to be connected, correct? So the bonus point here is very simple. Create a connection between the two worlds and then, only then, figure out whether your way or her way is the one that gets you to that destination. But the goal isn't to win though. The goal is to understand each other and create a connection between the two worlds. Because think about it this way. You're like this world. Think about your Wi-Fi and your wife is another broadband, right? And you've got the cable. When the cable's not functioning, you now saying to them, for instance, oh, my cable's the right one, or no, your cable's the right one, still doesn't get the cable to work, does it? What does get the cable to work is I feel connected and I feel connected too. Hence, we can now connect each other and actually operate as one. So that's how you should see arguments. They're not built to be right or wrong. They're built to be unraveled so that you guys can connect and move on to the next thing. So objectify the option and then move on to creating that space where you two can connect. Perfect. Now, if this has added value to you, I'm asking you one thing only. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I've uploaded 300 videos. Please, if I promise you, every single video I've uploaded was solely aimed at ensuring that you get the most value out of it. I don't care if you sign up with me or not. If you do want to sign up, however, please, the link is in the description. And for the next 12 weeks, I'll be taking you and your partner, or yourself in particular, through a transformation where by the end of it, you will be able to not just attract peace, but have internal peace, or have peace within your relationship, or be able to attract your ideal partner because you understand how to become the man that attracts those type of people. Okay, cool. So if this has added value to you, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And yeah, keen to see how your journey's been. Some of you guys, I've missed you guys, man. Share in the comments how things are going. If these videos are helping you, especially some of you that have spoken and facing, I'll also be happy to help you. All right. So without further, as I always say, I'm real for you, like your man Gazzy says, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.